What up, YouTube? It's the weekend. Giving some shout outs before I do the video response. I have transition lenses. They turn into like sunglasses when I walk into the sun. All right, PayPal shout outs. Well, thank you. You share the same first name as my dad. That's kind of cool. Thank you, Clint, for the $6.66 donation. He writes, for being awesome, original, and not bothered by the trolls. Fuck them. I fully agree, YouTube. Fuck my trolls. They are absolutely the most pathetic assholes on the. Okay, cunt is not even a strong enough word to describe how disgusting these assholes are. They're beyond fucking pathetic. They were trying so hard to fuck with me on the on Courtney's stream, and I didn't get mad. I stayed calm and collected, and me and Courtney got it figured out. You know how satisfying it was to be remodded on Courtney's channel, and the fake King Cobra started up his bullshit again. Nope, not having it, bud. Banned. You think you're trying way too hard to fuck with Cobra. It just shows you that I rule my trolls' lives. And they're jealous of my YouTube fame. But Muriel, thank you for your $1. She says Muriel B is a hottie. There you go. Hell yeah. I do have a little bit of alcohol to start off my stream. However, we'll get to that momentarily. I have a 6-pack of Samuel Adams Boston Lager Cherry Wheat. This is my favorite Samuel Adams flavor. They had a peach flavor they released one summer, which is really good. I also got speaking of peaches, I got a bottle of E&J Peach. All right, that's all the PayPal shout outs. And speaking of Courtney's stream, I'll just crack open this here beer real quick. The only reason why I'm hesitant to truly be friends with Richie Wright again is because of all the shit with Mr. Lantern that went down. You know, fuck Mr. Lantern, that fat retard pedophile piece of shit. Richie Wright was like, oh, Mr. Lantern got caught flashing his dick to a 13-year-old, and Richie Wright was like, that's just too far in my opinion. And I'm like, you know what I wanted to say on stream? Oh, but Mr. Lantern posting child pornography to your Discord page, Richie, that wasn't too far. You know what I'm saying, YouTube? And if you don't have a bottle opener, you can use a cigarette lighter to do it. Just gotta take it, squeeze it, pop it. And then every time we've heard Richie Wright say, oh, I'm no longer friends with that piece of shit, blah, 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 they catch him hanging out with them, dude. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? The whole Mr. Lantern bullshit is exactly why Richie Wright's been demodded from my channel, and I'm no longer subscribed to his shit. Shout out to Dylan Lee. Thank you for your $2 donation. Shout out to your girlfriend, Toby Hold up. Toby Roan. Jesse, thank you for the $5 donation. They're right. Fuck the trolls. Just keep being your awesome self. You already know what's up. I don't want to stop. Cam, thank you for your $1 donation. Watching the stream with my boo. Shout out to Smaggy. There you go. Shout out to Smaggy. Joshua, thank you for your $1 holler. Don't burn the chat on. Don't turn the chat on. I'll turn chat on if I fucking want to, but thank you for your $1 donation. Nice to see that. My trolls are so fucking pissed off at me for turning off chat. Because they can't pull the bullshit they pulled on Courtney's stream last night. When I have chat off, and I could just focus on the video, it pisses them off. They can't create fake King Cobra accounts and comment stupid, gross shit in the chat, dude. Pretty fucking sad, to be honest. I don't gotta try that hard to fuck with my YouTube trolls. That's the best part of it, YouTube. That is the best fucking part of it. Is I personally do not have to, and I quote, fuck with my trolls in any sort of way, shape, or form. Creating fake troll accounts, impersonating the real trolls that fuck with me and comment dumb shit on their fucking stream, you know? It's pathetic, my trolls are. But yeah, if you want to shout out on the channel, you know what to do. People are wanting me and Richie Wright to do the Arby's Diablo challenge. I've already done it and successfully completed it when it first came out. But anyways, yes. This is quite possibly some of the smoothest, tastiest brandy / whiskey I've ever tasted. This is E&J Peach. Brandy with natural peach flavors and caramel colors. Yes. This is for 21 and up. Like it's the weekend, I have some money in my PayPal and Cash App. I am going to be saving some of my Cash App and PayPal money because the Powerball lottery is over $1 billion. Even after taxes, that's like 500 million. You know what I'm saying? I could do so much good with that kind of money. I could start my toy company. I could build my clock towered mansion. You know, it's like, what would you do if I won the lottery? Like, dude, I could do so much good with the lottery, dude. So much good. You know what I'm saying? I could donate $1 million to St. Jude's. I could donate $1 million to Sir Elton John's AIDS Foundation. You know what I'm saying? I could do so much good with that money. No, if I built my clock towered mansion, believe me, you'd see me standing in front of it, like holding a bottle of E&J Peach, like, what's really good, YouTube? Look, oh yeah, that's the stuff. That's the stuff. So delicious, dude. This is really good. Hard, yeah, hard liquor. Now we're gonna mix the cherry coke with the E&J Peach. Jesus fucking Christ, Kanye West, pull the fish sticks out of your ass. Wow, that's so dumb. So you don't know Kanye West, I call him condescending Kanye, is now going off and saying if you call a black person anti-Semitic, it's the same as calling him the N-word. Now, I tried to defend Kanye West when he wore his whatchamacallit, his White Lives Matter t-shirts by simply saying, hey, you know what? Maybe he just saying he's cool with white people, kind of thing. And he had a cringe way of doing it, mind you. But yeah. Then he starts going off about his anti-Semitism. I'm like, I think Kanye West is a transracial man who is stuck in a black man's body, but is secretly a racist white piece of shit. Like, if I were to compare Kanye West to a anime character, it'd be Uncle Ruckus from the Boondocks. I'm like, maybe Kanye West just needs to pull the fish sticks out of his ass, and then he won't be so grumpy with everyone. That was, of course, the reference to South Park, because they're like, you like fish sticks? Yeah. What are you, gay fish? Ah. Y'all know Kanye West. He ain't no gay fish. He's a motherfucking musical genius. Kanye West is a fucking dumbass, and he's acting like an N-word right now, which, if you look up the definition of that racist word, it technically means ignorance. I'm not going to say the word because I'm white, checking my privilege, you know. All I gotta say is this about Kanye West, dude. When one of my white friends is being racist and I call him out on it, I call it a cracker moment. Because it's just like, cracker, could you not? You know, like, you think I want to stick up for Kanye West just because he's a fellow Cradle of Filth fan? Get fucked. See, the big difference between me and Kanye West is that when my fans are like, hey, Cobra, take that racist sticker off your guitar, I owned up to it and I apologized. And I explained that my trolls are dickheads. And I took the sticker off my goddamn guitar. YouTube, if you've never had E&J Peach, it is delectable. E&J has been making brandy since the 70s. And the quality shows. This has become like my new favorite hard liquor next to like Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels Country Time cocktails are simply superb. My favorite is their Georgia peach flavor. If you don't know what a transracial is, you should look it up. There are white people who identify as black, and I'm like, how are they not black facing? And in the meantime, you know what I'm saying? I draw the line at being trans tree. You know what I'm saying? There's got to be a line. Like, I'm all for supporting trans individuals. However, there are people out there who are going to take it way too far. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I like cobras doesn't mean you see me identifying as one. What happened to Cobra? Well, King Cobra now identifies as a King Cobra, and he tries to slither around and bite people who get too close. Check out the John Lennon cover I did on YouTube recently. That was pretty ballin'. I matched his voice. and then dueled his voice, so mine was like a pitch higher, so you could hear mine and his. That's the thing of it, man. When I sing just like the artist, it looks like I'm lip syncing, but if you listen closely, it's like, holy shit. I love my singing voice, you know. I really do. I could sing like John Lennon, Ozzy Osbourne, Danny Filth, the Beatles in general, Elvis Presley, Johnny Cash. Hell, I could even sing like the Backstreet Boys, even though I don't particularly care for them. But the only reason I do pop songs like that is because chicks dig the Backstreet Boys, and you know it gets you pussy points when you sing that shit on YouTube. Yeah. But now, before we get into the video response, I want to continue ranting about Kanye West because it's been a long time coming. Do we gotta hire Will Smith to slap the fuck out of Kanye West? Quit talking shit about your own black people. And quit talking shit on Jewish people. Keep your race out of your fucking racist mouth. Will Smith's barbecue restaurant, them ribs be slapping, cuz. Keep my fucking ribs in your fucking mouth. Oh, these are good. No, honestly, Chris Rock was being a little fucking punk, dude. If Will Smith's wife had cancer, God forbid, and she was going through chemo and that's why her hair was gone, you'd be the biggest piece of shit for making fun of her. And the G.I. Jane joke was, in my opinion, tasteless because women, when it comes to like hair, women have it harder than men do. Sure, men, we get shit for going bald, but women have it harder because of that social standard, that social bullshit standard that, oh, Rapunzel, Rapunzel, let down your hair. You know, it's fucking retarded. And there's no, this is, you know, that joke that Chris Rock made. This is exactly why feminists don't shave their fucking armpits because they're sick and tired of society's beauty standards when it comes to hair. And I support Manscaped because they do testicular cancer awareness. But at the same time, ladies, if you think you're not the only one, but I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. You're not the only one. You know what I'm saying? Men get crap for their body hair too, dude. Although for women, it's different. If women have hairy legs, they get called gross and unattractive. And if men can't grow hair on their legs, they get called a beta bitch pussy. It's the truth. It is the goddamn truth. And the holidays are coming up, and I got plenty of like awesome T-shirts you can buy. The your fellow Cobra Demon slash Cobra Angel King Cobra fan in your life, and there you go. Also, check out that tactical soap. I love wearing tactical soap, dude. I love it, love it, love it. All natural cold cut press soap. Excuse me. And it's got
affordable.
pheromones in
Yeah,
it.
we got that.
It's an ad. Veterans Day sale. Fuck yeah. I support our vets. I do, I do. Rest in peace, Richard Overton. If you don't know who he is, he's a bad motherfucker, dude. He was an older man who lived to be 112, 113, smoking cigars and drinking whiskey, which I think is pretty badass. He's also a World War II veteran, the oldest, or one of the oldest World War II veterans. And I don't care if he's Christian, I don't care if he's black. None of that mattered to me. What he said to me was, you know, his wisdom. that he passed on. People ask, "Why do you smoke the cigars?" And he goes, "Because it makes me happy." He did not inhale his cigars, he puff on them, you know? Some people get lucky like that, dude, when they smoke. Not every smoker is gonna be like that, but you know what I'm saying? He literally said, and I quote, "Do what makes you happy. That's the secret to life." Well, making YouTube videos makes me happy, and I like drinking and smoking cannabis and tobacco and the occasional line of coke, which is a plant. Cocaine's a lot more classy than crystal meth, in my opinion. I personally think we should legalize all drugs except meth and heroin and tax the fuck out of it and regulate it. We should also legalize prostitution for 21 and up, just like they have in Vegas. And then lower the tobacco age back down to fucking 18. Because as far as I'm concerned, if you're 18 years of age or older and you can watch porn and you can die for your country, you should be allowed to smoke a cigarette. That's what fucking kills me about our country, dude, here in the States. If you're 18, you can buy an AR-15, which has been proven to kill people a lot faster than a pack of fucking Marlboro NXTs. Joe Biden's gun ban is stupid because it doesn't really affect anything. It just prevents future stores, if it does pass, from selling said banned arms. All the guns that have been sold prior to that ban are going to be grandfathered in. So it doesn't really do anything. It just prevents stores from selling brand new ones. So all these fucking radical Republicans who are like, he's taking your guns away. It's like, dude, no, the fuck he's not, you fucking retards. Like, if you're put in Joe Biden's position, think about this for a second. How would it feel to be president of the United States and on your watch, all these mass shootings are happening? Innocent children getting shot and killed because some asshole's pissed off at the world. And Kanye West is one thing, but people hurting innocent children because of fucking mass shootings is a whole nother level of fucked off, in my opinion. That's the thing of it. Ozzy Osbourne has guns. Jack Osbourne, his son, has assault rifles and shit. You don't see them pulling mass shootings. You really don't. But as I've said before, YouTube, the media doesn't want to focus on responsible gun owners. They don't. If Jack Osbourne has a bunch of guns because he enjoys shooting just like his dad, fuck mass shootings, and he has it for home defense and to protect his children, nobody wants to focus on that. It's all media and propaganda, man. Because here's what happens if Fox News or CNN comes on and it's just like another pissed off white person with an AR-15, and they're like, oh, fucking jeez. To quote Bill Burr, the famous comedian, oh, jeez, here we fucking go again with these fucking assholes. And I'm like, if people want to be a fucking dick and say that you fucking whites in your mass shootings, I'm like, that's kind of racist. You can't talk about every other race and their problems with guns because that makes you a racist. And furthermore, I don't think guns are the problem. I think people are the mental health and people are the problem. There are millions of responsible gun owners who have firearms and they're not doing anything stupid with it. No, basically the only thing that like I don't care if Joe Biden passes his gun ban. Honestly, I can't say I blame him. This is what happens when adults misbehave with their shit. You get your shit taken away. That's just how it is. And I'm like, you want to throw a fit about Joe Biden's gun ban? I'm like, what's more important? You being able to buy as many AR 15s as you want, or putting some sort of measure to protect our children, you know? This is why we need to like offer counseling and mental help. And my solution, instead of banning guns, I would have been like, well, we're going to restrict AR-15 and assault rifles to 21 and up and have stricter background checks for certain guns like that, and ammunition limitations. So if you buy an AR-15 with a magazine and like, let's say 60 rounds, you can't buy any more ammunition for at least 60 days. No like, you know what I'm saying? Well, I messed up on that. Hold up. No fully automatics, no bump fire stocks, no silencers, no clips over 30 rounds or less. You know, that's my solution, instead of outright banning guns. And they're not just banning AR-15s, they're trying to, at least. They're also talking about banning other weapons like semi-automatic shotguns, which are primarily used for duck hunting, dude. Basically, if it's stick fed through a magazine outside of the handle and it shoots a bunch of rounds at once without having to, you know what I'm saying, then yeah, it's on the ban list. I'm like, fuck banning guns, dude. We should ban the nukes. I know old Vladimir Putin. I tell you what, he's a crotchety motherfucker. Let me ask Putin this: how would it feel if people were attacking your mother Russia? Huh? How would you feel, bud? How would you fucking feel? You know, the golden rule is treat others the way you want to be treated. Peace, love, chicken grease, and fuck the nukes, man. Nuclear warfare doesn't solve anything. It just ruins it for everyone, to be honest. And we have one fucking planet, and we're doing a hell of a fucking job fucking it up with the pollution, the corruption, the greed, you know. But yeah. I tend to think if you know, if the shoe were reversed, Vladimir Putin would hate being attacked for no reason. You know what I'm saying? But that's just my opinion. Oh my god. And here's where the drinking continues. The video response is from a YouTuber by the name of Odin's Men. He's a YouTuber I've been subscribed to for a minute. He's a cool older dude. And he does videos. And this particular video is called World Problems Would Be Fixed If Men Ceased to Exist, which is a thought of these Gen Z independent women. And I'm fucking sick of that shit. These fucking Gen Z women are the biggest hypocrites on the planet, because it's like, okay, if men were to say this crap about you, they would be labeled a fucking sexist. They would. They would be labeled the biggest sexist on the planet. So this dude approaches a random woman at the store, and you take one look at this woman that he approaches, and I'm not trying to like pin looks to people, but this woman he approaches has that future cat lady vibes going down, if you catch my drift. And she's not the prettiest. She's kind of fat, you know. But hey, I'm not here to judge. But when you hear the comment she makes, because the dude walks up to her just randomly for a video and says, "What kind of men are you into?" And you listen to it, and the hypocrisy will make your head spin.
What's your type? 6'5", chiseled abs.
What? You heard her correctly. Okay, so this woman literally said she wants a man who's 6'5" with chiseled abs. Now, I'm not saying she can't find the right guy, but it's like when women have the same shallow standards as men, we get called the sexist pigs for it. It's the goddamn truth. If a dude pursues a woman with nice boobs, a curvy waist, a flat stomach, and a fucking anywhere from a cute little ass to a nice, you know what I'm saying? Not like dumpy, but like shapely, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like we live in a society where like men use women for sex and women try to weaponize sex against men to get what they want. And men will use women for sex. It's disgusting. We live in a society where women are totally allowed to be as shallow as they want, but if men are shallow, we're pigs. We live in a goddamn society where men are allowed to have as much sex as they want without being judged. Whereas women, not so fortunate. If women try to get laid, no one calls them a simp, sucker idolizing mediocre penis. But if men try to get laid, oh, we get simp shamed hard, suckers idolizing mediocre pussy. Although, if we're talking about, if you want to simp shame women, you could call it sluts idolizing mediocre penis if you want to be fair about it, which that's not nice, Cobra. Behave yourself. And honestly, it's bullshit on both sides, you know, all jokes aside. I'm not trying to be a dick, but when you see women who are less than conventionally attractive going for dudes who are way the fuck out of their league, I totally get that because I'm not that attractive, and yet I pursue chicks that are like, at the very, very least, a four and above. Anything below that, I'm like, I'm sure you got a really nice personality. And the thing that sucks about love is that looks are just as important as personality. You can have a great personality and you meet someone that you're really attracted to and they have the same personality as yours. But if there's no sexual attraction, it just ain't going to happen. And that's the bitch of it. There has to be a mutual attraction of both lust and personality, spiritual and physical. You cannot have physical attraction without mental attraction. And I can explain that to you in the simplest of ways. Okay, if you two are like both find each other super attractive physically, the sex is going to be awesome. You're going to come and get off every time. But if you have no personality, you're going to get bored. You know, you should not date someone just because you find them super attractive or they have something of value to you, like money, class, whatever. Or trying to date somebody with commitment issues, thinking you'll be able to fix them. Let me let women in on a secret. Men do not want to be fixed by women, especially when we offer a suggestion to women like, well, maybe you'd have a better personality if you did this instead. And then she tells you that she's perfect and she don't got to change for nothing or nobody. No, it's ridiculous, you two. Not trying to be that guy, but that last chick in that clip just gave off major soon to be a cat lady or fat man hating lesbian vibes. And I'm like, boy. See, here's the thing of it. These Gen Z women are just like the Gen Z men. They're caught up in a postmodern social media world where like dating is controlled by how many likes you have on your fucking Facebook page. And instead of just enjoying the relationship you have, it has to be about posting everything to social media. So me and my other half went to the bar and hashtag it's Friday. Dating itself fucking sucks ass, and being single sometimes is a blessing in disguise. You know, I'm not complaining. Maybe for like the last 3.5, almost 4 years, I spent all the time bitching about dating and all of a sudden halfway through that, I'm like, maybe dating wouldn't suck so much if gender relations didn't suck. And then a light clicked on in my head. A lot of men are like, you better stop simping for her. This red pill, you're a simp shaming bullshit. And it's like, you cannot expect women to give a fuck about men's rights if men do not give a fuck about women's rights. And yeah, there are some real cunts and some real assholes who pretend to care because they want pussy or a wedding ring. But outside of that, it's like, fuck them, dude. To better understand the opposite sex, one must ask yourself, how would it feel to be in their shoes? And be like, I never thought about it that way. Let me ask you this, Kanye West. If you hate when people call you the N word, so what justifies you in hating Jewish people? All you're doing is spreading more hate. You want to hate the assholes who are attacking you? That's one thing, but like going out of your way to hate someone just because you don't like them is stupid. Ah, jeez. Now, in regards to the female in the last clip, I believe in her, man. If she wants to find the guy of her dreams, she'll get him eventually. If she can find a dude who's 6'4", who's got chiseled abs, and he's into dumpy chicks like that, then cool, good on her, man. They do exist, ladies. You know, these chicks with their fucking short hair and their fucking big ass fucking glasses. Fucking, this is the kind of chick that'll get so fucking pissed off when the dude rejects her because, well, no offense, but you're too heavy set for my taste. Well, you can't handle a strong woman. What are you, a faggot? And that's the kind of attitude that women have in our society. It's like, no, you can't handle being told no. It's no different than when some dude's creeping on a chick and she's not into it. And if he were to call her a fucking cunt and a lesbian and go off about how, well, you just can't handle a strong man, that dude would get slapped in the fucking face. Are you kidding me right now? And the only reason it's okay for women to hit men and men not to hit women is because men were tougher than women physically. It's the truth. Otherwise, you wouldn't throw a bitch fit about transgendered women competing against biological women and beating the fuck out of them. You wouldn't have a problem with it then if it wasn't a standard. It doesn't make women weak. It just means physically you're not as strong as men. That's genetics, honey. You want to call me a sexist? Right here. See that? Yeah. Take it up with Mother Nature. If I had my fucking way, YouTube, I would make it so that women and men have equal strength. And just because women are not as physically tough in the upper body department as men, that doesn't mean shit because women are so much tougher in their own special way. Women are emotionally strong and they can give birth to babies. That's something that men cannot do. Because you do realize the implications of a man to give birth. He would literally have to have what's it called? Uh, he'd have to have the ovary. He'd have to have an ovary implants, get a fake vagina, and then have sperm inserted into them's vagina. And then once they got pregnant and delivered the baby via C-section or vagina, they would then have to remove and have a hysterectomy just to remove the uterus. Otherwise, they could die. That's because, okay, this is not me being transphobic. I support trans people. However, there's lines that people are crossing, and it's pissing me off. Because all it does is just ruin it for the trans community. Okay, nobody wants to see your goddamn bulge. Okay, the fact that there are drag queens dancing sexually in front of kids and people are just okay with it because, if you're not, you're a bigot. And it's like, excuse me? Think of the children, man. I'm all for supporting trans people. And if kids want to be trans, let them be trans, Kids want to cross dress. If kids, I'm serious, okay, to any trans kid out there, keep doing your thing. You're fabulous. But here's the thing of it. If you want to have the transgender realignment surgery for your health and for your safety, wait till you're 18 or older and you've gone through puberty as the gender you're assigned. I'm saying this because what if you want to detransition and you feel uncomfortable with who you are as a person now? Well, if you're already transitioned, detransitioning is a lot harder than just saying to yourself, you're done wearing dresses. But anyways, you two, we'll go circle back to this here goddamn video.
I don't cook, I don't clean, but let me tell you how I got this ring. You were nice until we married you and then you showed your true colors. If you were my boyfriend, I would make you dinner every single night. I would make sure that your clothes are folded and ready for you before you go.
Fellas, if you hear this.
Oh my fucking God. Then you get women like this. If I was your other half, I'm like, honey, you don't gotta conform to those female social stereotypes to find a man. Okay, men are not stupid. This is why I would encourage men to learn how to bake and cook and sew and do your own laundry. And a lot of you are like, oh, everyone has the ball. It's like, dude, if you got to rely on somebody else to help you, especially a woman, that's not very manly, dude. I'm just saying. I'm not going to rely on a woman for shit. Okay? Fuck off. If you want to be my gal, that's fine. But like, I'm not gonna ask you to cook and clean for me. I can do those things myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm more than, even though I suffer, I shouldn't say suffer, sarcasm. I enjoy autism. I may suffer from Asperger's, but honestly, I'm very capable of cooking my own food. And as far as preparing my clothes go, I have like 2 pairs of jeans and a pair of trip pants. And it's not that hard for me to prepare my clothing, really. It really isn't. I say to myself, what's the outfit for today? And I just pick it out. It's like, well, what's he going to do for you in return? Because that's relationships. It's give and take. You got these pig men who ask for a blowjob and a beer and a sandwich afterwards. It's like, what the fuck are you gonna do for her? You know? You're gonna eat her pussy out like a lesbian, and then fucking serve her up a bottle of tequila rose, and while she's sipping on that pink champagne or tequila rose or whatever, you make her a homemade cheesecake from scratch, chocolate strawberry swirl, and she's sitting there fucking sipping on her wine like, oh, she has the best boyfriend ever, fucking like, hey honey, cheesecake's done, and then she's just like, oh. Trust me when I say this, fellas, when your woman is bragging to her female friends about how awesome you are, that is more satisfying than any amount of sex than she could ever give you, you know. You want to call me a white knight or simp? It's like, stop white knight shaming. And white knight, white, did you say white? Racist? And stop simp shaming for that matter. The revenge sexism is strong with this one. That's what it is, dude. It's revenge sexism. Women have been taking crap from men in society for decades. And now it's like you have generations of women who are being told men are pigs, you can't trust them, you know. But like if it's gender reversed and you got some fucking woman hater piece of shit raising his son the same way to hate women in the same manner, women frown upon that. They're like, well, how dare you? And I'm like, how is that any fucking different, dude? This is a vicious cycle that just needs to fucking stop. As I said on Courtney's stream last night, men will use women for sex, and women will weaponize sex to get what they want. Whereas men will weaponize the meal ticket to get what they want, and women will use that to take advantage of men. Oh, that was such a tasty drink combo. Cherry Coke and E&J Peach. I fuck with that. Mm. But it's the weekend. I'm having a drink combo as per usual. And yeah. And you see the woman saying all these things. Of course, she's doing everything she can to show off her boobs without fully exposing them to entice you. You know what I'm saying? This is no different than some asshole men being like, oh yeah, I totally support blah 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 blah. And then as soon as he finds a girl, he's a piece of shit. Ladies, if you have a man in your life that has commitment issues and they're like in their 40s or 50s and you're like in your 20s trying to date that, they're never going to change, you know. And you know what happens about this is what's funny about love. All these dudes who get friend zoned by these chicks are being simp shamed and demasculated. You fucking fag. You got friend zoned, you little bitch. You ain't getting laid. Ha ha ha. And that's I'm here to tell you that being friend zoned is not a bad thing. You know, in the long run, having a shit ton of girlfriends that are just friends, you know what I'm saying? But that's kind of different because if women have a lot of guy friends, they get slut shamed for it. And if dudes have a lot of chick friends, they get called a fucking simp. And I'm like, it's so stupid, dude. It's so fucking stupid. And I don't care what your gender is, being friend zoned is not a bad thing. There's way too much pressure in our society for people to date and have kids and start a family. So it's nice to be able to just hang out with a woman and not have to worry about sex, you know, or worry about if she likes you or not. You know what I'm saying? It's like it'll happen when it happens. Good things take time. YouTube, in my personal, pull it out. Okay, finding the right woman is just like making a magic wand. Okay, you want to work that magic into your life? It takes time. I can't just snap my fingers and then every stick in my or every cylinder in my batch of wand would turn into a gorgeous wand. It takes time, it takes work. Sometimes the wood lathe will fight you. I really love my wood lathe. I want to honestly thank you to my YouTube fans for sending me that wood lathe. I greatly appreciate it. And the awesome shop vac I used to suck up all the sawdust. It's beautiful. As something Odin's men's is about to make, or Odin's men is about to make a point. What if she says all this crap to lure you in? Women like that are just as toxic as the men who pretend to give a shit about female rights and all they want is pussy. You know, and women don't realize how powerful they are in our society. There have been men who have gone to war for a great pair of tits, dude, and that's what it is. And there are women who are smart enough to realize how much power they have in our society, but only because men are genetically tougher than women. Like, so society says that's kind of unfair. So we got to give women some equilibrium here. So that's why women are overly sexualized and worshiped in our society. It's because it gives them the same power, but on like a mental level. You know what I'm saying? More mental than physical. This is why women are allowed to be emotional and men aren't, because as far as society is concerned, if you're the tougher sex, then man up, you pussy. This is why women are coddled in our society. Like, gonna be okay, sweetheart. It's gonna be okay, sweetheart. I'll let you rock yourself in the cunt. Oh, walk it off. You're gonna be all right. It's gonna be okay. You want some chocolate? And I kind of hate that about society. If a dude gets racked in the nuts, everyone's laughing their goddamn asses off. Like, oh my God. Hey, you guys, Chad got racked in the nuts. Holy shit, that's hilarious. But if a chick racks herself in the cunt, nobody's laughing about that, are they, YouTube? No, they're bloody well not. They're not laughing at that. They're going, oh, Stacy, it's gonna be okay. You want me to kiss it better? You old enough? Okay, calm down. No, there's so much conditioning in our fucking society anymore. Like men, we are conditioned for our primal instincts to fuck, conquer, and kill. That's how we are as men. We fuck as many chicks as we want, we conquer lands, and we kill anybody who fucks with us. That's how it is. And it's like, okay, it's good to have primal instincts, protect the women, protect children, protect your elders, protect animals, and fuck with anybody who tries to fuck with that. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you have to be the bigger man. You got some dude challenging your masculinity. It's like you don't gotta rise to that shit. You know, I had some asshole the other day who was shoving me and telling me to quit fucking with Frosties. And the dude's lucky I didn't fuck him up. He's like, you better recognize I wasn't scared of this punk ass. I looked into his fucking eyes, you two. I could see the fear in his eyes. And the fact that he had to have two other people behind him to back him up shows he's a pussy. I'm like, dude, if you're gonna confront somebody, do it mano to mano. You know what I'm saying? But given the situation, I made the right decision by not kicking his ass, even though I wanted to. It would have been satisfying to watch the blood leave his fucking neck. Ah, sometimes you just gotta control that the animalistic urge to fuck him up even worse. I'm a big dude, and I have that retard autistic strength. Therefore, I gotta watch myself, you know? You better recognize my YouTube fame, is what I would have said. Should have said. But I'm like, dude, I'm not the one fucking harassing Frosties, you asswipe, cocksucking, faggot piece of shit. I've been avoiding Frosties since they kicked me out. And you want to fucking sit here and accuse me of harassing them? I'm not the ones doing it. My trolls are the ones doing it. It's like Bart Simpson prank calling Moe's Tavern, basically. It's immature and stupid. Hey, I'm looking for a Mike, last name Hunt. Oh, hey, is there a Mike Hunt? A Mike Hunt. Anybody see a Mike Hunt? I'm like, the dude shoving me. I'm like, get the fuck away from me, dude. You know what I'm saying? If I saw that prick again, I'd probably punch him in the fucking face, to be truthful with you. I'm like, you feel big and bad being half my size and having no fucking muscle whatsoever? Fucking, this dude was a scrawny little piece of shit. His fucking head came up to about here. And he had no muscle. He was scrawny and skinny. He had big, thick black glasses and a short, buzzed black haircut. Like, the guy was a total fucking chode pussy piece of shit. But given the situation, which I will not disclose, I made the right decision by not beating the fuck out of him. Which it would have been satisfying as fuck to do, but I'm like, sometimes you gotta be the bigger man, you know? It is what it is. And you could see the fear in his eyes when I looked into his eyes. I was like, the dude had two people standing behind him just watching the whole thing go down. Like, what's Cobra gonna do, you know? And it's like, if you gotta have two fucking people to back you up to confront me, you're scared of me, dude. And that's more satisfying than beating the fuck out of him for being a little pussy faggot bitch.
This fine young lady, do you believe her? Do you think she's like a bait and switch? You get in, and all of a sudden it's Eddie, I want half kind of thing.
Work.
Ever use guys just for dinner?
No, I mean, I have to like remotely like, hey, like give him a chance. Like, I think you're kind of cute. You have good eyes or something.
Right.
What about you? Do you ever use guys for free food?
Of course.
Now
Oh
they-
my fucking god. Chicks like that are the worst. You literally heard the first chick. She was like, oh, I would never do that, you know. Try to play it off. Like, give him a chance, you know, huh? Sometimes fat girls will suck a meaner dick than the scrawny bitches because they really want the relationship. And you know what I'm saying? Sometimes chicks are like, hey, you know what? They'll pretend to play all this nice gal bullshit. Like, oh, I would never do that. And it's like, people are full of shit, dude, for the most part. You know, you try to be a decent person and tell it like it is, and the world craps on me for it. I'm just like, yeah, but. And then you got the second chick who just flat out doesn't even deny it. Like, of course. That's the kind of chick that gets used for sex, complains about what pieces of shit men are, and then turns around and does practically damn near the same thing with their money. And you know what pisses me off about our society, to be truthful? I hate how sex and money control our society. Like, if you cannot learn to be happy without sex or money, you're never going to be happy with it. I've spent the last 5+ years of my life being a starving musician, just doing my thing. And if people dig what I'm laying down, they'll subscribe and support and donate. If they don't, they'll talk shit. Because instead of just complying with the social norms as they change, that's the problem with society, is people will conform to the social norms as they change. They fail to have an opinion for themselves. People are so brainwashed anymore, and they're not brainwashed in the right way. That's the sad part of it. Now, if King Cobra JFS is using his cult to brainwash people into being better individuals, into having more confidence in themselves, and not letting society deceive you, that kind of thing, and just all around being better and good people, that's one thing. But if you got society who's sitting there saying, okay, now that women have more rights than men, or damn near equal to men, now it's going to be perfectly okay for women to be sexist towards men. And it's like, okay, no one's going to blame you for having that revenge sexism inside of you. But at the same time, just like revenge racism, it doesn't make anything better. Like, I acknowledge my white privilege, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be like, oh, hey, what the fuck? You see some black dude who's being racist towards white people. And it's like, can you blame him? You see a woman being sexist towards a man, and it's like, can you blame him? Yes and no. Yeah, because it ain't fair. And if you don't want men and whites treating you like shit, then you shouldn't do it to them. That's called racial and gender equality. But at the same time, it's like, I put myself in their shoes, and I'm like, I cannot begin to imagine getting fucked with just because I'm white and male, he said sarcastically. It's not as bad as what they've had to go through, but it's there. I get crap for liking big boobs and a nice ass and a curvy body with a flat stomach, but fucking the same women who call me a pig are going after guys who have six-pack abs. And I'm like, fuck you, you hypocritical fucking self-righteous cunt. And that's what separates me from the assholes, is people are going to sit here and talk so much goddamn shit like, Cobra, you're never going to get a smoking hot of-age chick kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I'm not going to go out of my way to crap on people because they're a little bit heavy or because they feel self-conscious about their body. I know how that feels. I'm very self-conscious about the way I look. There were times I'll go like 2-3 days without eating because I feel fat and disgusting. And then I sit here and like, I hate the fact that I'm going bald, but I can't change that. If I won the lottery, I could get a decent hairpiece and some hair plugs. But honestly, I'm at that point anymore where I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going bald. I'm going to embrace it. Fuck what anybody has to say. There are a lot of badass bald celebrities out there. The Rock, Vin Diesel, etc., etc. And I'm like, boy. Being as it's Thanksgiving season, I want to say that I'm thankful for this apartment, for my fans, for my friends, and for the patient people in my life who are like, Josh has autism. But my autism is not as bad as it could be. I'm very high functioning in that department. Hey, I'm high functioning autistic. I function better when I'm high. Ha ha. It's a joke, people, or was it? Smoke weed every day. I went to the Forbidden Leaf and I picked up some CBD Delta 8. Yeah. This is from the Forbidden Leaf. It is the CBD Delta 8 legal cannabis. This is what we can get legally here in town. And it looks and smells and smokes just like the real shit, mind you. Now, I'm not gonna smoke any on camera unless I'm outside, but like fucking yeah, dude, we can get legal. We can get this is like the legal bud we get here in good old Casper, Wyoming. It's CBD Delta 8, like THC 0 kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And if you're in a pinch and you can't spend like $50 or $60 for an eighth, you know, of actual bud, this it'll get you by, dude. I like it. I smoke this weed for my autism, my Asperger's. So yeah, look at that. Oh. Sometimes I'll order products from like the hemp stores here in town, you know. So yes, black flame to light my green smoke, as the cult saying goes. Hail Satan, worship ourselves as gods, and smoke weed. And do stuff for the environment and to make the world a better place. We can use our satanic powers to make the world a better place. You want to be an evil piece of shit, do it to the people who deserve it. The people who deliberately ruin it, you know.
Girls use guys for free food. Who wouldn't, right? If someone's gonna give me free food, it could be fun, could be not fun, but I'm getting fed out of it. What's the downside? So I
That's kind of the basic attitude. Exactly my point. Like, even if a chick asks me out and she's offering to feed me, even if she's conventionally ugly by my standards, sexually doesn't do it for me, you know, I'm like, you know, looks be damned, I'm getting a free meal out of it. So it could be shitty. You know, at the very least, I could find another person to hang out with, even if she's not my type. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, that's just it. Women want to throw a fit when guys and other chicks slut shame, but it's like as soon as you get called a typical guy, no one says you're just simp shaming. Knock it off. You expect men to be respectful of you, but as soon as we respect you, we get called a simp for it. And I'm like, it's bullshit.
why women wouldn't, and men should know that going in. It's part of the deal.
Some girls always date toxic guys. Like, it's such a common theme. Like, why is it?
I feel like sometimes women are attracted to chaos, but the good guys don't win, which is unfortunate because they should.
It is incredibly unfortunate because here's the thing of it: women will try to date dudes who have commitment issues and who treat them like shit, and all they do is fucking fight and complain about dating the person. It's bullshit. And it's like, okay, it's the truth, dude. Then the women will fucking sit there and be like, why can't I find somebody decent in this town? Why are all insert gender are all the same? And I'm like, why is it that if women go off on social media and bitch and moan and groan and complain and throw a cunt fit because all men are the same, nobody says, well, you're a fucking sexist, hypocritical cunt. But the second men complain about women in the same fashion, i.e., being able to understand how women think, it's you're a pig. You can't handle a strong woman. It is so goddamn frustrating. It makes me want to bash my head into a brick wall. If you think people are so gangster or whatever and hard and thug and all this other crap, but if they're afraid of commitment, they're pussies, dude. Flat out pussies. If you're in your fucking 40s and you've never had kids and you're afraid of commitment issues, you're never gonna change. That's how it is. And by the time the chicks get over there, they gotta date assholes that piss off their parents' face. They gotta slut themselves out to guys who don't give a shit. And all the guys they friend zoned. You know what I'm saying? By the time it gets to that point, the dude they friend zoned has a girl that's 4 times harder than the chick they were trying to pursue originally. And then the woman who is rejecting that man is going, shit. I wished I wouldn't have rejected them, and I wished I would have given them a chance. I've seen it happen. Yeah. I don't have to have a girlfriend. I've seen it happen, dude. I've seen it happen. Yeah. Fucking Alicia Rudy was like, oh, that's Saunders. I wish I wouldn't have rejected him in high school. That was a confidence booster, I ain't gonna lie. But at the same time, I laughed because I'm like, the only reason you say that, honey, is because you realize I'm not a creepy asshole after all. I come off as creepy, but I'm a decent guy. And because I'm more famous than you are on social media. Yeah. Like I said, don't patronize me. And that's high school. I'm fucking over high school, dude. I could give 4 fucks about what anyone from high school is doing because I'm fucking killing it right now, dude. I'm a goddamn YouTube celebrity. Fuck off. It's like, okay, chicks will not give me a chance because my trolls are assholes or they think I'm creepy, but then they go and date every asshole they can. Every guy they date's a piece of shit who can't handle them. And I'm like, I'm just sitting here going, I'm not going to say a word on that. Like, you won't give me a chance because my trolls are assholes, but you'll date a guy that treats you like shit and make up excuses for it. That's what's frustrating about it, dude. You know what I'm saying? It's like you deserve better and you could have better, but you won't pursue it because you're afraid.
Who ended the relationship, you or him?
Me.
Were you a good girlfriend?
No.
Now you hear that a lot. Women are attracted to the bad boys, chaos. But wouldn't you think there'd be a group of fine young ladies who are like,
Okay, if women are attracted to bad boys and chaos and mysterious unpredictability, then I fit the category. And I know I'm bad to the bone because if I wasn't a badass, people wouldn't support me on YouTube. They'd be like, who the fuck is King Cobra? Just some random autistic who's obsessed with cobras and his favorite musicians.
is someone with their shit together. Yeah, I'd like it.
Yeah, here's the thing of it. Women want to date assholes until he treats her like shit. And then it's a different story, isn't it? By society standards, we're being told that nice guys finish last. And that all women want is assholes. Well, that's bullshit because I guarantee you she'll want the asshole until he treats her like shit or until they have a fucking fight. And then here come the sexist remarks towards men. All men are the same and fuck them all and blah blah blah. And it's just like, honey, you haven't found the right man yet. And you will, just give it time. Rat, round and round, what goes around comes around. I'll tell you why. Yeah. Right now, I'm just sipping on some E&J Peach and some Cherry Coke. Go from like Alicia Rhodey rejecting me in junior high and high school to she wants to be a member of your cult. Oh, I love it. I love it. If it's legit, I love it. Yeah. Junior high me would be like, what? And I'm like, that's just the thing of it, you know. I have plenty of I have some really hot of age fangirls. And my haters can't handle it. All of a sudden, chicks go from Saunders is the weird kid in high school to holy shit, I should have given him a chance. Yeah. No, I'm girl crazy, but at the same time, like fucking, I don't let the bullshit slip past me. I'm not afraid to call it out. Good lordy, dude. Fangirl Friday, Spooky Girl, just to name two. Jesus Christ. Ooh, a lot of like a lot of fucking women will think they're fat when they're really not. And there's nothing wrong with being fat. If that's your choice, that's your choice. Some people can't help it though. That's the thing of it.
I don't want to do it nonstop. Like you make that mistake a few times, right? But you want to make it all the time. It seems like otherwise I would say something's wrong in your cabeza.
So this is my house. That's my truck.
That's what I'm saying, dude. It's the can't understand natural thinking. And in defense of women, it can be hard because a lot of men project this, oh, you're so beautiful, you know, the whole John Legend, all of me personality. He wrote that song for his wife, which is really fucking touching, to be honest. I'm really good at singing that. But in my defense, I have good taste in women. Yeah, the hotter the better. And if you want to sit there and say all men are the same, that's like, okay, how would you feel if someone said all women are the same? You'd lose your shit. You'd be like, oh, you're a sexist, and how dare you make gender based assumptions about our gender, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, exactly how the fuck I feel, dude. Fucking Christ. I agree. So they got a little text message. They literally spammed my phone with an entire fucking paragraph worth of hatred. Watch that. Block, delete, ignore. Oh, telling me to kill myself. That's original. Well, you know what? Here's the thing of it, YouTube. The alcohol and cigarettes will do it for you. You just have to wait patiently. If I can wait patiently for an of age girlfriend, you can wait patiently for me to die. And the fact that you want me to kill myself shows you that my trolls are jealous losers. You know how easy it is to respond with some fucking psycho piece of shit response like, I want to see you do it first and jack off to it. You fucking killing yourself while you smoke a blunt. Well, while I smoke a blunt, whatever kind of thing, you know. Like, no, I'm not gonna give them the satisfaction of a fucking response. That's what they want, to be honest. Just to have one person be like, oh, fuck the haters, man. Fuck the trolls. I fully agree. What's gonna piss off my YouTube trolls more than anything is not responding to their bullshit. Be like, I am bored playing with my trolls. Literally, this is the best way to handle trolls. Don't give them any reaction. Don't give them any attention to their shitty actions or their crappy behavior. Block, delete, ignore. Feel me on this? They're like, hey, Cobra's not reacting to our hatred. Pay attention to me, Cobra. They're like, no, I don't gotta pay attention to you. I rule your sad fucking life. Well, only 2 text messages. Boring. Airplane mode is on. Every time the trolls text me or harass me, I win because you're going out of your way to harass me. I do not have to go out of my way to harass my trolls. I don't. All I gotta do is make a video, and they get pissed. Like, Cobra, you better kill yourself. And I'm like, well, I got this cigarette right here. Go outside and finish it. When I sit here and smoke this cigarette outside, it's gonna be like, oh, it tastes like death. And knowing my luck, I look to be 110 smoking cigarettes and drinking alcohol, and people are gonna be like, this motherfucker. Like, let me ask you this. How miserable do you think my trolls are if they're telling an autistic person to kill themselves? And I'm like, you're gonna take time out of your miserable fucking life to text me 10,000 paragraphs, calling me a piece of shit and every name in the book. And I'm like, I'm not even phased by it. I'm just like, these people are losers. Block, delete, ignore. No response, dude. None. And it's like I played with my trolls just long enough to get where I need to be on YouTube today. Like I said, my YouTube trolls are pawns in my game. Checkmate, motherfuckers. That's good. And I know I'm doing something right when Alicia Rhodey's like, "Oh, I regret rejecting Josh in high school." Do ya? Well, thanks, babe. Yeah. I don't care who she is. Leave her the fuck alone. You harass Alicia Rhodey because you're jealous that Cobra knows of her and went to high school with her. You're like, damn, Cobra knows some attractive chicks. I'm jealous. Cobra's living the life. To be fair, the good majority of women I went to high school with are pretty good looking. I'm just saying. Yeah.
It's my life right now. I'm getting ready to lose my truck. My wife cheated on me, left me, took my son from me. I have no job due to the fact she's had me locked up.
Let's first start off with saying
That's the start off to a good country song right there.
we don't know the fact pattern, but you hear this story a lot, right? There's some discord in the marriage. They get divorced. Next thing you know, the man in the marriage doesn't see the kid. Now the kid's being raised by another boyfriend, the serial boyfriend dating situation. Kid's confused, ends up with daddy issues, almost like remember in the movie Fight Club? They said a bunch of men not raised by fathers. That kind of
Yeah, Fight Club. Speaking of Fight Club, you gotta check out Tactical Soap. They have the Durden Fight Club. Bond, Durden, and Maverick. Check out that Tactical Soap. Link description box below. Coupon code King Cobra will get you 15% off, and by visiting the affiliate link and using the coupon code, you help me make some cheddar while I help make your male ass smell better for the ladies. I love their God of War pheromone beard oil. It leaves my goatee and my mustache softer than silk. Tactical soap is great. It spices up your marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, the same old dull, boring routine. You know what I'm saying? Tactical soap spices up your marriage and your love life. Like every time I wear tactical soap, I'm always getting compliments from women around me that are old enough going, that dude smells good. Or holy fuck, he smells good. Or Josh doesn't realize how sexy he smells. All that sort of thing. And it's like, yeah, there's something to this. Now, with the holidays coming up, YouTube, Tactical Soap makes a great stocking stuffer for the men in your life who are trying to have that, what's the word? Fucking the charisma. Yeah, there you go. I remember the first time I met Alicia Rhodey. I really do. I was so young back then. I had just moved from South Lake Tahoe to Valley City, and my parents had signed me up for this church field trip thing. And I walked in, like, I checked her out from like a distance, like, damn, you're cuter than Dilly Perucci. Hello. Yeah. And it's like at the end of the field trip, mind you, we were at this pizza restaurant. And I'm like, I don't care how pretty she is, I'm gonna try because I got that kind of confidence, which is why a lot of chicks dig me. Outside of Alicia Rhodey, of course, which I don't give a fuck what she thinks of me, to be honest, because I got a legion of fangirls. I dropped 50 cents into like a little trinket machine at the pizza restaurant, fucking, and out popped this little leather purse about yay big. I'm like, you could not have timed that better, dude. I gave it to her, and she's like, oh, thank you. She left it on the table, and then I gave it back to her on the bus. If I'd have known she had a boyfriend, I wouldn't have tried, but that's how it is. I kind of feel like, hey, you might want to communicate that shit up front before the guy tries for anything, you know? And now that I'm older and much wiser, the first thing about dating you have to realize, YouTube, is assume she's taken. I know it seems kind of cynical and negative, but sometimes being a cynical, negative asshole Saves you from a lot of social embarrassment. Yeah, I remember stories like that because it's cute. It's just kids being kids, you know. We were both kids back then, you know. Innocence, adolescence. Looking back on it now, I could tell she had a thing for me. Otherwise, she wouldn't have been so hostile towards me. But like I said, I don't give a fuck. It's high school, dude. I don't regret bullying the assholes I hated. And I don't regret crushing on any of the chicks that I crushed on because that's life. You gotta live life for like little to no regrets. And you gotta have that confidence, YouTube, that says, I don't give a fuck if all the Alicia Roadies in the world reject me, which is a metaphor for good looking chicks, man. It's a mindset. It's the same mindset that women have to a degree. Some some hot dude rejects them, and they can fire off with calling him a faggot and a piece of shit and being like, "Oh, you can't handle the strong woman." But guys, we can't do that shit. Go ahead. Go ahead. The next time a hot chick rejects you when you're at the bar, it's like, what are you, a dyke? You can't handle a strong man. You're gonna get slapped across the face for saying that shit. And if you hit her back in self-defense, you're the piece of shit who hits women. And now you're starting to understand how the fucking world works. So it's telling me to kill myself. I'm like, you know what? Living is a slow way to die, bud. And I genuinely feel sorry for my YouTube trolls. Not. Want some sauce to go with your tacos? And I'm like, I remember that confidence I had as a kid. I didn't give a fuck how hot the chick was or how socially awkward I was back then. Although I've matured a bit and I still dress the same and act the same to a degree, but I'm a lot more mature and I've learned to let shit go. You know, it's just it's life. You can't spend your whole life, you know. eh,
What's the quickest you've moved on?
Like, what do you mean moved on?
Like the quickest you've gone with another guy after a relationship?
Guess what? 3 men in the next 2 weekends. But then
Dude.
they're super depressed. Not.
Why would you put that in video? You know, at some point you may want to move on, have children, maybe a professional career, and you say that, it just doesn't look good. Now I know guys do it, but you know, there is a difference between men and women. It's just the reality we got here. Maybe
The reality is that if a dude breaks up with a chick and fucking not only does he break up with said chick, but he goes on to fuck 3 or 4 women within the next 2 weeks, nobody's gonna be like, "Oh, you're such a little fucking slut," and you know, blah blah blah. They're gonna be like, "Good for you, man. Fucking get it. Fuck that bitch that broke your heart," kind of thing, you know. Versus where if women do the same thing, they get totally slut shamed for it. And I'm like, that's kind of bullshit, dude.
kind of mainstream women.
And the thing you have to realize is that good looking chicks are a dime a dozen. If their personality sucks, it's just not worth it. You find a chick that's super attractive and has a personality that clicks with yours, You know what I'm saying? You're in the territory of finding your quote unquote soulmates kind of thing. Now, if you go back to the dynamic of what I said earlier, you cannot have sexual attraction without physical attraction. It does not work. People are like, looks are not important. Oh, shut the fuck up. Looks are only half of it, mate. And initially, looks are what draw you to people in the first place. That's the shallow, fucked up truth of life. You don't know someone's personality until you get to know them. It's the truth. Women and men are drawn to physical attraction at first. And then when they find out, oh, hey, that person's an asshole or a piece of shit, that's what either makes or breaks the deal. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly like men. I think that's where we're headed.
Right route to take, right? You realize that no other guy is going to heal the past trauma that you have. You have to heal it yourself.
Being born a woman, there's certain
Oh, you think I can't heal my past trauma? Truthfully told, women cannot handle rejection up front, and men cannot handle breakups. You know what I'm saying? Because women are told if you're not pretty enough, you'll get rejected. And men are told, well, if she breaks up with you, then that pussy you had is no longer on lockdown. And just the way our society conditions people and manipulates the situations amongst the genders and the races and all that, it's disgusting.
things that we get. We're hot. We don't have to do much to get access to a good life. We just have to take care of ourselves and look good. And that's it. We can get provided for. We can get.
Oh, that sounds good. I hear what you women are thinking.
Oh my God. So this woman's going off on some random fucking podcast like, oh, women have it so blah, 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 blah. All she's got to do is take care of herself and look good. I'm like, that's pretty much true for men. If men want to get laid or get a girlfriend, it's pretty much the same thing. Take care of yourself and look good. So, like, the thing this woman in the fucking dress, fucking showing off her fucking huge chi-chis, sitting on this microphone, like, it's in my likes if you want to check it out.
What if I was just born very average? Maybe I've got a big, thick build.
But here's the thing of it. Women who are born average to ugly looking are going to have an easier time getting laid than dudes who are born average to ugly. It's because they have a fucking vagina. If you have some ugly ass fucking dude who's like super fucking short and he's got no muscles and a tiny ass dick and he's got a beer belly, no fucking chick's gonna want to fuck him, dude. And if you don't believe me, fucking rewind this live stream to the beginning when I started this video. You have a fucking chick who's dumpy as shit, not the prettiest, saying how she wants a man with, you know what I'm saying, who's 5 foot, 6 foot, whatever, with abs and shit. I'm not an asshole when I drink. You think I'm an asshole because I tell it like it is, then people can't handle the truth.
Not as appealing. You have to work hard to find a nice guy. But there's plenty of nice guys who aren't the 10. Yes, men and women have different dating roles and relationships.
And that's just what I'm saying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Women always bitch because they can't find the nice guy, or like men are always bitch because, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, hey, if you're attractive, why the fuck should you have to be nice? People in society treat you better because you're better looking than the rest of us. And that's exactly how it is. So if you want to call me a shallow prick for saying it, look at the way our society treats people. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing of it. Like, there were certain women who were super hot, and the world just hands them everything because you're good looking, you know? But what happens then when your looks start to fade? Here's the thing of it. Why I'm not mad about Alicia Rhodey rejecting me is because one, her looks will fade just like anyone else's. Two, that's high school, that's her loss, not mine. And three, I've seen way harder chicks who follow my videos go, "Oh, Cobra, it's not fair that you're single. If I lived closer, you and me would have some fun." And I'm like, cool, I'll keep that in mind. You want a perfect example of looks fading? You kidding me? When I was in high school, I had gorgeous fucking hair. But due to stress and shitty diet over the last couple of years, my looks, as far as my hair goes, have faded, and I just accept it. That's the truth, dude. Like, you get used to, like, and this is not an attack on Alicia Rhodey. Fuck that shit. I don't care what the fuck she's doing with her life as long as she's safe. Cool. As long as guys are treating her right, not just because she's super pretty. You'll get mad at me for like somebody who stalks your Instagram, but like someone else does the same thing because their muscles are slightly bigger and they have more money. You'll give them a chance while chastising anyone else below that average who fucking stalks you. And it's the hypocrisy of the world. You tend to see how shit works just based off of how shallow people operate. And I'm not accusing Alicia Rhodey of being shallow or vain, because, to be fair, when you're used to being treated a certain way because you're pretty, it becomes an expectation. So, really, it's not Alicia Rhodey's fault that she's born good looking. That's more or less our shallow society's fault. I'm a good looking dude, and if anything, I need to have more confidence in myself. That's one thing I struggle with personally, is having confidence in myself. Like when it comes to my music and my ability to sing, absolutely, I'm very humble and very confident about it. Alicia Rhodey's like how she likes Bring Me to the Horizon, and I'm like, challenge accepted. Let's see if I could. Oh, yeah. I'm like, all right, she can get down with this music. Let's see what they're all about. Then they went all pop, and it's just like, and the snakes start to sing. Ba-da-da. I had a gorgeous set of hair when I was younger, but it's starting to fade due to my cigarettes, my shitty dying, and stress. But anymore, it's just like, you know what? I'm done stressing life. I'm not here to pick on Alicia Rhodey or fucking call out bullshit or any of that. I'm just telling it like it is. And as a perfect example, too, like I went from being rejected by the hottest chicks in high school to now every chick on the internet damn near wants to fuck me because it's like Cobra's got a huge cock and he can sing like the Backstreet Boys. Oh, if you're familiar with King Cobra JFS and you've seen what Alicia Rhodey looks like, you're like, you know what, Cobra, I don't blame you. Like that's my curse. That's my curse, YouTube. I'm girl crazy and I find super attractive women attractive. And I get called a pig for it. I get called a pig for finding women like Alicia Rhodey attractive. And it's like, well, to be fair, there are plenty of women who are just as ugly as I am who find the male versions of Alicia Rhodey attractive, and nobody calls them a fucking slut, hypocrite, fucking body shaming piece of shit, you know? Like, oh, I would date you, but you don't have a six pack abs and you don't support feminism, so. I'm like, I totally support feminism as long as you're not being a sexist cunt hypocrite about it. You know? It's not even about getting laid. It's simply, for me personally, it's a matter of principles. I get mad because there's a lot of women who hate men, and society doesn't support men's rights or male equality. So I'm like, imagine how that would feel for women, you know, kind of thing. So it's like, regardless if I get laid or not, it's like, dude, it's just about being a decent person. Although pouring cherry Coke into your E&J peach, that's adorable. Let's try it with the, you know, Samuel Adams cherry wheat. Oh, that's the stuff. That's actually delightful with the Samuel Adams cherry wheat. It's got a burn to it. I taste the E&J peach, then I taste the cherry from the Samuel Adams, and then boom! It fucking hits you with like a burn, and it's like, oh, that's good. I gotta take an alcohol piss. 1 second. And then go out and smoke this goddamn cigarette. You know, before I go out and smoke this here cigarette. You know what having true confidence looks like? You might have like a slight confidence issue with yourself, but at the end of the day, it could be seen as Cobra's just being humble, and that's respectable. Like I said, you know, growing up, I didn't give a fuck how hot the chick was. Like the hottest chick in school rejects you, all of a sudden someone less attractive does it. It doesn't hurt so much. You know, and the fact that I've been rejected by every chick I like, yeah, at the same time, I have a legion of fangirls who watch my videos. And the reason why that exists is because even if it hurts to get rejected, it doesn't stop me. You know what I'm saying? That's what true confidence looks like. I don't know what to tell you, dude. If you're getting rejected by every chick you like, so you downgrade and lower your standards, and even they reject you, and then you go even lower to like the ugliest, nastiest chick you could find, and even she rejects you. I'm like, dude, go asexual. You'll be a lot happier in life at that point. But the fact that you tried shows you have confidence. That's the key, YouTube. I'm like, dude, if Alicia